Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Let's start with today's stories. Am I the idiot for telling my father to go F himself and saying he can handle his daughter however he wants? I'm 18, male, estranged from my dad. Last went to his house, just over a year ago, but it was a long time coming. He wasn't really around much when he was married to my mom. Wasn't very interested when he divorced her either, and would have me in his house, and just kind of leave me alone or with a babysitter, depending on the age I was. He left me to get into trouble many times, because he wouldn't sign stuff from school, and didn't have a phone I could call mom from when I was younger. She went to court, and they just said that all school stuff should be sent to her, after several incidents of me getting into trouble happened, and the school even sending home notes and stuff. He never remembered my birthday. Never acknowledged me for Christmas. Every Christmas I was with my mom, and a few times, he even forgot that I was in his house. One time I was sick and extra demanding, and he yelled at me for annoying him. He started dating this woman, Missy, when I was 15, and she had a 2, or maybe 3-year-old daughter at the time, Leah. My father is now adopting Leah. Apparently, she wants me there for her adoption day, and wanted a sibling moment, because to her she's not just gaining a dad, she's gaining a brother. But I don't want contact with her either. I have been no contact with my dad for a few months now, except for this incident, and I'm not going to show up for her just because he's adopting her. I wasn't interested when I spent part of the time in the same house as her, and that hasn't changed for me. But my father is going all out to give her what she wants. He showed up at my mom's house with her, and she was all eager and excited to see me, and gave me an invite she made, and she told me she really wanted me there. I think she's like 5-ish now, maybe even 6. I never really paid attention to her age, and she remembers me some. She used to follow me around, when I was still going to dad's. But I told her I wouldn't be able to go, and made things move along. Then he shows up on his own, and tells me she wants me there and I owe it to her, and how could I say I wouldn't come, when she's so excited to have a brother? I told him to go F himself, and told him to handle his daughter however he wants, but she's not my problem. He told me I was an a-hole for taking it out on a kid. Am I the idiot? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I told my dad to go F himself and that he can handle his daughter however he wants, but she's not my problem. She's just a kid, so that's kind of why I maybe feel a little bad about it. I told him to F off, but I did kind of bring her into it, so it could be a whole move on my part. OP also share more information in the comments. Leah is not my little sister though. She's just a kid I spent some time in the same house with. But we're not family. He's not family, and without that there is no tie between her and me. I'm not willing to fill that role for her. I very rarely interacted with her, and never considered her much of a presence in my life. She seems to have a way more involved dad than I ever had. Which is great for her. But there's nothing that ties us together, in my eyes, for us to be any kind of siblings. I'm not really interested in having a relationship with her. Not because I blame her. But she's just not family, and I want to be no contact with him and his wife, and she's not exactly important to me, for me to not be no contact with them, if that makes sense. Missy was never under the illusion he was good to me. But he cared about her kid, or made an effort, so that was all she cared about. The man has never tried to be a father to me. Having contact with him would heal nothing. He adds nothing positive to my life. The way to move forward and heal is to move forward without him. Besides this mess, are you doing okay? Is your mom supportive? My mom's supportive. She had to shoulder a lot when I was a kid, because of how absent my dad was. She always did her best for me, and she fought hard for me. There are times she was the only person I felt I could be honest with. I'm doing better. I think over time I kind of grew cold to it all. To him specifically. It was the only way to make it through, honestly. Being away from him has only been good for me. Are you going to be occasionally seeing her for many more years? I won't be seeing her occasionally. He doesn't have family, I know, so nothing like that where we might see each other. I also want to go back to no contact with him. Okay, you are not the idiot at all, OP. The idiot here is your father, who not only continues to be a horrible dad to you, but comes to your own house and insults you and wants to make you do something that you clearly don't want to do. And I also think your father's wife is a bit of an idiot. Who stays with a guy that treats his own son like that? This would already be a huge red flag for me. And now she's going to let him adopt her daughter? Who knows, he could treat the girl like that in the future too. Honestly, it's a risk I don't know if I could take if it was my kid. But none of this is your fault, OP. Of course you could have said yes to the invitation, just to be polite and try to make the little girl happy, but she could see it as a confirmation that you see her as a sister, and that you would be part of her life, which is not your intention. It's sad, but it's the reality. In this case, you have to do what's best for you, and unfortunately, the best thing is to go low/no contact with your father. And she is part of your father's life, and as you said, you do not, nor have you ever intended, to be a big brother to her. And even if you don't believe it or admit it, I think you have some jealousy about the father-daughter relationship they have, even if you don't admit it, even if it's just unconsciously, and that feeling is completely normal. Part of you wish your father had cared about you like that, the way he now, apparently, care about her. So not the idiot, OP. I hope things get better from now on, and I'm sorry you don't have a better father. Not the idiot. Go back to no contact with your dad, and let him deal with the fallout. Not the idiot. He made his bed and now he can lie in it. And you never took it out on her, just on him. It's not your fault he's dragging her around to emotionally blackmail you. Maybe one day you and her can bond over how much of a shitty dad he is. The thing is, he will be a good dad to her as long as he is interested in her mom. This might just be the next decades. Some men only care for the children that are attached to the woman they want. Not the idiot. Your dad had absolutely no right to tell Leah that you would be going, so he's responsible for her disappointment. You have every right to go no contact after the shitty way he's behaved towards you. He hasn't been a parent. And now he has a new family, he thinks he gets to press a big reset button and the past disappears? No. I would have told him to go effing himself too. Not the idiot. He basically abandoned you, so I wouldn't call him your father. And since he isn't your father, how could she be your sister? It's unfortunate that he is trying to blame you for his parenting, but even if you did exactly what he wanted, it wouldn't turn out well. And what did you guys think of this situation? What would you do if you were OP? Do you think OP was too insensitive to the little girl? Or is he right in his decision? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Oh, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This helps the channel, so I really appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for helping my son avoid his family after his wife cheated? I don't really feel great about throwing this on the internet, but everyone is too pissed to talk to me, so this is about what I've got. My son and his wife have been together for 6 years, and have a little 4-year-old girl. They've had their problems every once in a while, but to me it seemed like they always worked through it. I know he absolutely loves her, and I thought they were very close. But 3 days ago, my son came to my door at 10 at night, drunk, sick, and in complete tears. I guess she'd been cheating on him for some time, and during an argument she finally admitted it. He just fell apart, he could hardly breathe right. I cleaned him up and put him in bed, and that's about where he's been since. He looks ill, he won't eat, I've never seen him so upset. His wife and her family were calling us both repeatedly, but we just didn't deal with it at first. He was devastated. I wanted him to have a moment to gather himself. This morning, I bit the bullet and answered her call. She was angry he had walked out and left her with their daughter, and said she just wanted to talk this out like adults. I told her that she could talk to him when he chose to contact her, and that I think he'd want to work something out, but she needed to give him some space. She got more upset, and I told her I wouldn't talk if she was going to throw a fit, so she hung up. I don't know what she told her family, but I've since gotten calls from her mom, begging me not to let him leave her and their daughter. Her sister called to berate me for protecting a deadbeat father. They're all freaking out. He isn't abandoning his family, his life has been turned on its head, and I want him to have some time to find his feet. It's just been 3 days, it's not like he's run away. But now everyone is angry at me for letting my son leave his daughter, which he absolutely adores, that little girl. He'd never just up and leave. So, am I the a-hole for letting him stay with me to get away from his family? I know it leaves his wife in a tight spot, but it's been 3 days, and she hardly works part-time. It's not like he's left her with an impossible task. And I absolutely intend to have my son deal with this, but I just can't see him feel like this, and I don't think he could have any meaningful conversation this way. What should I do? I'm not trying to let him hide from his responsibilities, but he's hurting and needs time to breathe. Some additions and edits for clarity. Of course, we've discussed the possibility that his daughter might not be biologically his, but he doesn't plan to abandon her regardless. He loves his little girl and would despite anything. And as far as if her family knows the full story, I have no clue. I haven't even tried talking with them yet. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. My son found out his wife was cheating on him and came to my house completely devastated. I'm letting him stay with me until he gets a hold of himself, but I keep getting calls from his wife crying about how he's abandoned her and their daughter alone, which I think is a load of crap. But everyone is really upset that I'm not making him talk to her yet. I'm not trying to coddle him, I just don't think this is fair. Oh my God. The audacity of this woman. She reveals to her husband that she has been cheating on him for I don't know how long, and now she wants to talk like adults, when hours ago she was shouting to him that she was cheating on him. What a witch. Not everyone has the ability to stay chill and cool, to deal with the practical stuff, while their life is turning upside down. And he's not running away from his father's responsibilities, he just needs time to breathe and think. If she really needs help with the daughter so much, I think she would have already dropped the child off at your house, or something like that, but she's too scared to show her face there and hear some ugly truths. Oh, and you're too polite, OP, because if it were me, the moment someone said some bad thing about son, I would have said everything about the wife's affair. I know that maybe he doesn't want others to know, but I wouldn't be able to hold it. I would say everything I knew, just to shut them up. But based on the content of the conversations, her mother already knows about the affair. As for her sister, either she doesn't know or she doesn't care, but either way, neither you nor your son are wrong here. And I really hope he recovers soon. As for his daughter, if it is his choice, he should take the DNA test to resolve the doubt about her paternity, and I hope the result is in favor of whatever he is rooting for, whatever it may be. But not the idiot OP, not at all. Not the idiot. He isn't opting out on being a father, he is taking the time he needs to process information. He does need to get his shit together quickly, and go be a father again. He needs to divorce her. Collect evidence. Hire a lawyer. And get a DNA test done on his daughter. His wife has been cheating for some time. I would definitely double check. Not the idiot. He is not a deadbeat father, however he might be heartbroken, but he needs to get a hold of himself here. He needs to divorce his wife and be present for his daughter. She probably realized he was gone for 3 days, and she's not responsible for her mother's behavior. He needs to show her everything is okay, because in a situation like this, kids think it's their fault their parents are arguing, even when it's not their fault, obviously. I know he is in pain, but as a father he needs to put this to the side, and be there for his baby, prove to this messed up family, he is not what they are claiming he is. Good luck to him. Not the idiot. However, does her family know she cheated? You've said nothing about what they think happened. This is a great point. I doubt their daughter led with, "I cheated." I think he just needs a break from that environment. Not the idiot, maybe offer an olive branch and take the granddaughter in, if possible. I am sure the granddaughter misses your son. But if you see your dad broken like this, it might not be good too. And what did you guys think of this? Would you do the same as OP? Or do you think she is coddling and protecting the son too much? Don't forget to comment what you think. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.